Hi, I'd like to talk about TV, films and comics on this channel, and today we're going to talk about Archie vs Predator 2. Archie vs Predator 2 is the second instalment in the Archie vs Predator, I suppose, mini-series. I've talked about the first story on this channel before. That was very much done in the classic Archie art style, with the guys encountering a predator and it tracking them, hunting them and wiping them out one by one. It ended up with Betty and Veronica having to try and rebuild Archie using some advanced cloning technology they find from the predators. This picks up right after the first story. It's got the same creator as far as the writer goes, but the art style changes dramatically. I don't like the art style for this book compared to the other one. I like the contrast of the action with the sort of cutesy classic Archie style. That aside, what happens with this is straight away it's somewhat confusing, because their Riverdale has been destroyed and they then start talking about how they're gonna go to a different reality, and it all gets very meta very quickly, and I didn't quite understand their reasoning in the book on how they were able to do it. I think you just have to go comic books. Anyway, they get to another Riverdale. They find, I think it's like it's meant to be Mark Waid's Riverdale, where people are a bit more realistic, because they make comments on the way that people look and the girls look in this Riverdale, where they're all drawn in a more realistic style, and they go, "Oh, why do you look so weird?" And the girls go, "Because we've got realistic body shapes," which is fine. It's just, it's too meta for this book. I think you can't have like them meeting the predator and then have them also commenting on their own reality as well. It just seems a bit too much. Anyway, and then you get a relatively straightforward, and I feel relatively dull story, where simply the predator just tracks him down to a school dance and starts killing people. Well, predators, I should say, tracks him down to a school dance and starts killing people. But they reference the sort of giant predators from either the Predators movie or the latest The Predator film, and they have their Archie clone start turning into a Archie Predator sort of hybrid, which is a good idea, but so I didn't feel like it was properly executed. I felt when I read it, I was reading it, I was looking at the pictures, I was reading the words, and none of it was really sort of entertaining me to any good level. It felt like they removed any novelty from the crossover that there could be. I read this digitally, and I'm glad that I didn't pay sort of print prices for it. So it was a good diversion, but honestly, I'd stick to just the first Archie vs Predator and leave it there. I don't think this is worth spending any more money on. If, say, they produced, and this is something generally with Dynamite, they produce trades and omnibuses, but they don't produce hardback editions. So I think the last one they did was the Gail Simone Red Sonja oversized one, which was massively oversized. But I don't know why they don't just collect these stories into proper deluxe edition hardcover, because I would probably buy it then if accompanying the other first story, or just all of their crossovers, put them in an omnibus, and I would happily get that. Obviously, Predator franchises have gone now, I think, to Marvel, so you're probably not going to see any more of these crossovers again. So this might be your last chance to get your hands on a crossover story with them. But yeah, I didn't think it was worth the time. Let me know what you think about it. Do you think it was a good story? Did you enjoy all the meta stuff in it? Me, I found it sort of meh. Please feel free to like and subscribe, and thanks for watching.